Everyone. It's Friday, and I wanted to pop back in here before the weekend because I probably won't have a chance to get on here over the weekend because I will be driving my children around to sports events, unless they all get rained out, which is definitely possible. So I wanted to come in and just talk a little bit about grief, rage, and transformation. So grief seems to be stirring up in a lot of people right now, and so many of us don't really know how to process it or deal with it. So I just wanted to come in again and take a moment to meditate on this, because there's so much unraveling, and there's really always so much unraveling, but in reality, there's just so much being revealed right now, and we're seeing more both externally out societally and then also internally, because that's going to stir those internal pieces that are unprocessed. And so when we take a moment to actually settle in and to notice the grief and to notice the rage and to notice the upset and notice what's happening, then we don't have to be in constant conflict with it. We can just be with it. And it's actually a more grounding way to engage it. We're human, we have our experience. It's always shifting, it's always changing. Like I said yesterday, I think it was, that the nature of our reality is impermanence. And so we're always at some place in that spectrum where either at those really high highs, and sometimes we're at those really low lows, and sometimes we're someplace in between, and sometimes we're in both places at the same time. Sometimes we're experiencing something ecstatically joyful, and at the same time we're holding sadness, and that's just part of being human. And so how do we do that? How do we sit with ourselves and be present to what's coming up and what's being stirred up and what's being triggered, without sort of losing our minds? So the best thing to do is to pay attention and to stay present, which is not always easy because we tend to, fly into the past or into the future trying to figure out and navigate it, when we can just simply stay with ourselves. And very often we're taken out of ourselves when those things come up, instead of going inside. And so we'll meditate again today. We'll take a moment here to sense in. And if this is not what's coming up for you right now, it's totally fine. You still get to feel into whatever experience you're having. So again, take a comfortable seat wherever you are. Make sure you are, really make sure you're comfortable, because it's the number one deterrent to your meditation practice. If you're not comfortable, you're not going to want to sit there. So make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're in some way at ease. It doesn't matter where you're sitting. So come and take a comfortable seat. Feel your sitting bones root. Feel your body settle. You can bring your hands on your thighs. I know you can't see me. And if your legs, I'm sitting cross-legged, but if your legs are down, if you're sitting on a chair or a stool, you can just place your hands on top of your thighs and even press down a little bit so that you feel your femurs root. And that your femur is your thigh bone. When you feel your femur root into your hamstring, which are hamstrings, which are the muscles at the back of your legs, it sends a sedative-like quality into your body. And so we want that sedative-like quality. It's very nice. So feel that root down, feel your breath. Notice if you're holding your pelvis up, and see if you can settle down. And then let your awareness move towards your breath. And let the breath move you inside. So we're taken out of ourselves all day. Can we turn inward? And you can start to close your eyes if that feels good. If it doesn't feel good, if you're like, no way, I don't want to close my eyes and meditate, you can keep your eyes open, no pressure. And follow the breath. Follow the inhale and the exhale. And then see if you can breathe into the back of your lungs. So the back bottom tip of your lungs are right around the back bottom tip of your ribs when they're fully expanded. So breathing into that back body. We hold 60% of our lung capacity in our back body. So can you lean back into that resource? Can you back off? And when we back off like this and we pause and we turn to our breath, the nervous system settles, the body settles. And sometimes you feel like your nervous system has expanded out, so far out that it's 20 feet outside of your body. And give yourself the chance here to drop back in. So let the breath pull you back. So you're pulled back into your own presence. You're pulled back into this conversation that you're having here internally with yourself. Can you be present to what's showing up for you in this moment? What's revealing itself? What's taking form? The transformative process starts by knowing exactly where you are in this moment. Not pretending that you're somewhere else, not denying what is, but being fully present. Even if it isn't pretty and it isn't nice and you don't really like it, can you breathe into it? Can you fully experience yourself? This requires a certain amount of honesty and a certain amount of truth. You telling yourself the truth. Our brains can navigate and convince us of so much. Can you penetrate that layer of you trying to convince yourself of what is, and can you go deeper? And then feel into the body. Feel your pelvis settle again. Feel any churning that might be happening in your low belly. Feeling that space of support and power between your ribs. Feel the breath of the heart. Feel into that space. Does it feel tight and constricted, or does it feel really airy and light, or maybe somewhere in between those two? Feel into the throat. Are you speaking your truth? Are you saying what needs to be said? Feel into the space, your forehead, your third eye center, that space of discernment and intuition. Can you go to this place to really hear your own wisdom? And then go to the crown of the head so that you can feel that opening, that expansion, that connection. To anything that's inspiring you. Can we find ways to feel into this body, into this system that we are living in, the body, the heart, the mind. And as we feel into the space, can we just start to deepen this conversation of our own embodied experience? So that in every breath we are becoming more and more ourselves. Drawing your hands into prayer in front of your heart. And just honoring wherever you're at today. Whatever is showing itself. The more we honor this experience, the more it reveals to us. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale completely. And just gently bowing your head to your heart and to your body, to your mind, to everything that you hold here. Namaste. Thank you all. I hope you have a great weekend. Feel free to post any questions if you have questions. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on the evolution of this. Okay, bye.